Swifter than swift. Fluid like a rapid current. Ambitious. I will change the world.
Okay, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Hi there, ZERPS here, and I would like to give you a first-hand account on how I believe XRP will be used to help facilitate complete digitization of the world's financial system. Please know the opinions expressed in this video are my own, generated from years of research from resources made freely available on the web. This is not financial advice, but a call to action. The action being to look for the signs that bring you to similar conclusions as myself. All I ask is that you be open to the possibilities presented, for it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without fully accepting it, and Aristotle said that. We live in a world that is completely manipulated and skewed in a way that appears innocent on the surface, but at its core lurks a diabolical secret agenda normal everyday people are unaware of. I don't claim to understand the inner workings of these elite individuals, but I am aware of their capabilities and intent. Lift up the blindfold on life and you will see the inner workings of this economic machine. If you look at the current events taking place in the world, everyone's focus is directed to emergencies in the health and financial sector. The media directs our attention here, and these agencies are owned and controlled by the elite. Whenever the media presents a message, they ensure it has direct ties to current events, when really these messages have alternative meanings. What better way to execute a plan when you have a scapegoat to take the blame? Everything that's currently happening is steering the world towards a digital-centric future, with rules and regulations supporting this notion. We are sheep being herded by the powers that be, the wolves. So, without any further delay, here is the 5 steps that make me believe we are headed towards a complete digital world financial system. Here's the elite's how-to guide I've taken the liberty of writing on their behalf. How to turn the world's money completely digital in 5 steps. Step 1. Put a ban on cash. The Parliament of Australia introduced a bill at the end of 2019 stating it will be an offence for entities to make or accept cash payments of $10,000 or more. So, if you purchase a car worth $11,000 and think you can get around this bill by paying for the car in installments, think again. Doing this will result in a fine to yourself and the car dealer because the total purchase exceeds the $10,000 cash limit. Step 2. Introduce negative interest rates. Interest rates are continually dipping lower and lower for all countries, and some have even made it into negative values. This is a priority for President Trump, and according to an article written by Markets Insider, here are 5 countries that have already hit negative interest rates. Those are Japan, negative 0.1%, Sweden, negative 0.3%, European Central Bank, negative 0.4%, Denmark, negative 0.7%, Switzerland, negative 0.8%. Step 3. Roll out central bank digital currencies, CBDC. When everyone is paying to keep their money in the banks, present them with the CBDC. This will be a digital version of every country's native currency. China's central bank digital currency is set to be released very soon, and a lot of physical fiat has been brought in for disinfection due to this health crisis, so the timing is impeccable. Step 4. Convert citizens' money from current system into this CBDC. Get citizens to convert their country's currency into the CBDC by offering them 4% interest per annum. The banks will be able to offer 4% per annum because they will be making upwards of 8% per annum. This is evident from the companies that are currently offering people 8% on their crypto. A few websites where you can earn upwards of 8% on your crypto include Crypto.com, 8%, BlockFi, 8.6%, Celsius, 10%, and Nexo, 8%. These figures are taken from each company's website. I'm not sponsored by these companies or use these services. I'm simply illustrating the potential interest earnings that people owning cryptocurrency can make in the market. Step 5. Bridge all CBDCs using a Global Reserve Digital Currency, GRDC. The final step is to bridge all these currencies with the GRDC. At present, you have Nostro-Vostro accounts that require pre-funding to do international remittances, meaning if you had an Australian bank, you would have to have USD, Euro, Japanese yen sitting in pre-funded accounts to do business with the United States, Europe, and Japan, respectively. A CBDC wouldn't change this. You'd still need a bridge currency, XRP, to connect these walled gardens and free up funds that will allow for a more liquid global financial system with greater velocity of monetary exchange. At the end of a Ripple Insights post in 2017, the company stated that they remain more committed than ever to the simple goal of making XRP the world's reserve digital currency. There are multiple theories out there that suggest I will be a very high value once this entire plan is executed, and it's said that all of this will happen in the flick of a switch, resulting in a level playing field. So how does this all look? Bradley Kimes' pre-allocation theory suggests that all countries around the world have a predetermined amount of XRP that will be released to them from Ripple's escrow once regulation says it's okay to do so. This puts Ripple in the position to be a lender of last resort to bail countries out of debt when the world economy collapses, in what appears to be an imminent global depression. So when tying years of research together, this is what the overall plan gets deduced to. All countries in the world are in substantial irreversible debt because the daily interest owing from this debt far outweighs what these countries can repay, and this is a big problem. Before this health crisis, global debt was set to reach $253 trillion by the end of Q1 2020, according to an article put out by CNBC quoting a recent Institute of International Finance (IIF) report. Additionally, the head of the International Monetary Fund, IMF, has made a statement recently saying debt cancellation may be needed. So, using this figure, let's do some maths to estimate my value if the following theories were proven true, being the pre-allocation and financial reset theory. There is $253 trillion worth of debt to clear and 100 billion XRP in total. To clear the world's debt, this would be done like so. You take the world debt and divide it by the total supply of XRP, meaning you take $253 trillion and divide it by 100 billion XRP, which would come out to $2,530 per XRP. But here's the kicker. There isn't 100 billion XRP freely available. Some of it's already tied up with investors, meaning this calculation should exclude the amount of XRP that is currently owned by investors and organizations. But instead of doing several different calculations, let's just keep it as is, because from 18 cents to $2,530, that would be a 1.4 million% increase. This means they would send me to that value straight away just by saying each XRP is now worth $2,530, wiping out all debt with the 6 words. Now, before you say this will never happen, something like this has already happened before. In 1933, Americans were forced to sell their physical gold for $20.67 per ounce, knowing they would artificially raise the price and sell it back to them at $35 per ounce. How? They simply said each ounce of gold is now worth $35. Now, my evaluation is only based on one use case, being bailing countries out of debt. Other use cases that haven't been taken into account in this evaluation include my use in micropayments, cross-border remittances, Forex, securities, and other industries like music and gaming. Essentially, any industry that requires an exchange of value could see me being involved. All roads lead to me, XRP, 0 doubt. If you give me a thumbs up, I'll do my best to keep above 18 cents. No promises. Subscribe or I will crash to 6 cents though. Just kidding, or am I? I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this in the comments section below. ZERPS out. Okay, so let's have a go at that flicking the switch thing I was just talking about there. How would that look? Okay, let's give this a go. Oh, okay.